Welcome to IT Fundamentals. This is your host, Mark Haupt, and we are on episode 27, and we're turning the page into chapter 3. And today we're going to look at the subject matters in which we're going to deal with, and that is computing devices and the Internet of Things. So join me for a summary of chapter 3. Welcome back. This is Mark Haupt, and again, we're episode 27, the big 27. Okay, not really big 27, but hey, not many podcasts can say they've been 27 episodes in length. So here we are, 27. I'll get happy when we hit 50 and 100. How's that? All right, let's take a look at computing devices and the Internet of Things on page 121. This is chapter 3. I want to kind of run through and just do a summary of what computing devices and Internet of Things are going to be. We can kind of see that here with what's listed in the table of contents, if you will, there. But let's just kind of dive in a little bit. So computing devices themselves are going to be devices that have a processor. We talked about processors in chapter 1 that has a processor in it that also has probably some sort of operating system and does more than just one thing. So I would call a computing device something that's more than a one-trick pony. All right. Now, what we're talking about with Internet of Things, and then we'll kind of divide these two out, is Internet of Things are perhaps circuit boards or computing boards that probably do have a processor on them, but they are designed to do one single thing and one single thing only. That is the only thing they're going to do throughout their life cycle. So what am I describing when I talk about these two types of devices? A computing device would be an iPad or other type of mobile tablet device. A computing device would be certainly a computer, a desktop, or a tower device, even a laptop. They have multiple functions. They all operate with the processor. However, Internet of Things doesn't always deal with a processor, although it can and does, but it's that one-trick pony. So, for example, you may have a circuit board that's attached to certain aspects of your kitchen stove or the kitchen refrigerator that will tell you when you're low on milk or you're low on a particular item. And then there may be some code built into the non-volatile memory that's applied to the chip that's on that device that will reach out to Amazon or reach out to Google or somewhere and add it to a shopping list or buy the product for you. And then you pick it up on your way home from work. So the Internet of Things are these smaller one-trick ponies that are out there that could be vulnerable to security issues, but they do things for us. All right. So we're going to dive into all that in a little bit as we go through this chapter 3. So let's take a look at the compare and contrast common computing devices. All right. Common computing devices. Remember, when I say that they do multiple things, we're talking about mobile phones. So mobile phones have multiple applications on them. They're not just a phone. They're not just a listening device. They're not just an iPod or something like that. They have multiple functions that are a part of it. Tablets, the same thing. Laptops, workstations, servers, even gaming consoles. Now, gaming consoles is probably a little bit of a gray area, but most gaming consoles are actually just small computers that are packaged inside of a physical case that's different. And yes, you may only use it for one thing, but believe it or not, a lot of gaming consoles can be broken down and used as full-scale compute devices. So those could be interesting and fun to work with if you really wanted to goof around and play around with those kinds of things in the future. Now, IoT or Internet of Things that we need to look at: home appliances, home automation devices like thermostats or security systems. So, we have a thermostat on the wall. It may communicate with the internet. So you got an app on your phone where you can lower the temperature and all that kind of stuff. But the thermostat itself has one simple function in life. That's all it does, is that circuit board that's in there governs the thermostat piece. All right. Modern cars. Most of the computing devices inside of modern cars have Internet of Things, have those types of pieces. IP cameras, streaming media devices, and even medical devices that you can implant, such as a pacemaker in your body. And that can be kind of dangerous. Now, one of the big things about Internet of Things is they actually have to be able to connect to the internet, because we've had circuit boards, one-trick pony circuit boards inside of all of these devices, your stove, your refrigerator, your microwave, all those kinds of things for years. I mean, how do you get the digital clock up on your stove, microwave, and so on and so forth? That is via a circuit board. But what we have here is that next step up, where they're connecting to your Wi-Fi, or perhaps even an RJ45 cable, like on the back of my stove actually has an RJ45 cable that I can plug into it and manage it remotely. And that is really where we get into a difference between a technology of thing, if you will, and we move to that Internet of Things. These are all the one-trick ponies that connect to the internet, could flood your network, could be a major security risk. And one thing that wasn't listed here are your TVs. And sometimes those TVs have cameras or the ability to look back at you. And we dealt with that a couple of years ago in security risk type of things. So this is what we're going to talk about in chapter 3 as we move forward. So thank you for joining us. Get ready for chapter 3 as we explore these common computing devices first, and then we move into the Internet of Things, and we kind of dive deeper into those as we move forward. Great to have you back. Episode 27's in the bag. Don't forget, communicate with me, mhaupt@commonsensesecurity.net. Like us on the Facebook. Put a 5 stars on the Apple podcast. Click like, subscribe, all those kinds of things on YouTube, so you can get more information as we go through this. But more importantly, just communicate with us. mhaupt@commonsensesecurity.net. I look forward to providing you more information as we move through chapter 3.